Hi, it's me, Dora V here, and I finally decided to ask about Griffith's probable end. I say probable because, who the hell knows, really? But I decided to use, an open-ended type spread, or there's basically, there's this wheel for forecasting and relationships and career and health, but there is one where it's open-ended, and so I decided to use that. And I found this 14 card spread. Something told me to just do it like this, and I find that it's very fitting because it looks like a tower. Tower. As for how to, because I think the tower is very significant in Griffith's life, because castles have towers, don't they? Palaces do. They have towers. Let's see what else. So when Griffith, let's see, if I recall correctly, when he did his Tomb of Flame thing in Volume 8, that was in a tower. When he was captured, he ended up in a tower, and he was rescued from the tower. So I just chose this particular spread, and how I'm going to interpret it is that the ones on the bottom, that's like the foundation, and then the layers are basically like how he will end up on top. I mean, he already is there, but the top part, that will determine the general outcome that is other than being impaled on Guts' sword. And then everything else is basically what leads up to it, something like that. Just, oh boy, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. No, I don't know, but since this is so open-ended, it can be kind of whatever you see fit, but I feel like the 1, 2, and 3 would be, the past, and the influences from the past, and then the more his story progresses, the more influence that he would, basically the more influences and events could, shape him into what he is right now. And right now he was last seen on a windowsill on the way to Elfhelm doing God only knows what. Anyway, let's see his probable end. I could go ahead and maybe the 11 and 10, it could be what may be bothering him, the present situation, something like that. Oh dear, what the hell am I doing? So anyway, let's start with the first one. Oh, come on. Oh, wait a minute. Better begin. There are only 4. Oh yeah, see, there's only 4 right now because I deleted the shorthand tarot because I just was not feeling that deck. Yeah. So anyway, here. And it is the traditional one. And we choose 14. Oh, jeez. Good gravy. Not liking the look of one of those cards. Anyway, let's start from the bottom. This is his past. The 7 of Pentacles. So apparently, in his past, I knew that he grew up on the street, and he grew up on the street in that, he had to have hustled on the street, though. This could be a reversal. Yeah, calls for anxiety regarding money, which may be proposed to lend. See here, he's sitting there, he's looking at all this coins, but he's worried about finances and money. So obviously he would be, because Griffith grew up on the street and definitely had to hustle at a really young age. So money was a really big deal, obviously. And basically with this one, it's a 7 is a number of introspection, and that you want to wait. And in a way that kind of did happen when he was a kid, because that's how he got the bailet. He found this fortune teller, and she gave him this bailet, and he's worn it ever since. And that kind of went to him. So, you're advised to prepare, which he's been doing for years. He was preparing, and he became a mercenary leader at a young age, and he's preparing to be a king and have his own castle. And that's what he's preparing to do, and he's been doing that for years, and he's doing it even now. At least that's how I see it. See, then this one is the Eight of Wands. Oh dear, look at all these wands. It looks like it's raining wands. Good grief. Well, let's see, this is ambition. Of course, he's always been ambitious. So that's definitely a foundation of his. Like, he would play these games, and look, there's a castle, and he's always wanted the castle, and he was playing like these games for prizes and quote-unquote junk when he was a kid, but his quote-unquote junk was a castle, and he's always wanted a castle. Yeah, I know those wands like look like they're shooting into space. Yeah, a cup of coffee, I can use one of those. But basically, like, activity, like, he's always been a very active kid, like, he has to be. And yeah, like, this is ambition, like, he's always been ambitious. Let's see what else we got, like, activity, swiftness, haste, hope, speed to an end. Oh, and the arrows of love, yeah, but I don't think he was in love with anybody when he was a kid. I think Guts is really the only one. But then, of course, there's a reverse. He's jealous. Ah, stingings of conscience. Yeah, that was a thing for him. Let's see if I recall correctly. There was this boy who died, and Griffith wondered, like, did my dreams kill him? I don't think those wands did. Those are way too big. But that definitely stung Griffith, and it's also why, like, he did what he did with Genin, where he basically got raped. And because he wanted to secure funds for his men. Ugh. And it definitely bothered Griffith a lot. And the third is the Four of Swords. And this one, it's, is this reversed? I can't tell for sure. All I know is that I see, like, there's absolutely no way a coffin would be on the ceiling unless you're a Lionel Richie video. So I don't know what the hell. But it's basically like a coffin with a sword and then 3 other swords that's pointed at him. Yeah, this looks like it's reversed. Ooh, dear. Let's see, that's kind of weird because, I mean, by a coffin stuck on the ceiling, it might fall off. And that if he was a person and he fell, he'd be impaled on those swords, which would be kind of bad. And why circum-economy? Okay. See, it's, since it is reversed, it looks like it's reversed. It's wise administration, which I believe, circumspection, what is, I guess, kind of planning things, going around things, economy, avarice. Oh, come on, I don't think Griffith's greedy. Maybe he is. Maybe he is, because one of my theories about him is he wants the damn world. He wants to be the only god, the only star. And I'm inclined to believe it, and he may have always been that way. Precaution and testament. So yeah, stability, patience, endurance, and like recovery from trauma. Well, in the past, I don't know. But yeah, I believe, like, definitely he's always been very patient for the most part, and was very calculated in everything he did. Like, if I had to choose between, like, hot iron or cold iron, he is cold iron. Ice cold, in fact. At least that's how he is on the surface. So, yeah, there's Exile Tomb and Coffin. Yeah, I like that Tomb of Flame. But yeah, but like I said, everything about him, it's calculated. So there. That's not too bad a card, though. Yeah. And I think, like, he's still like this even now. I don't think that's changed. So let's see. And then as time goes on, oh, Lord of mercy, this is, what the fuck? Wow. This is a really terrifying spread. Wow, this is the one on top that looks really good, though. Owie. So anyway, God, poor Griffith. Ooh. Let's see. The 5 of Pentacles, like this would be as he's climbing up top. He's on his way. And this one's a really sad one. It's basically people who are just in dire straits. And this is when things, I guess, start getting really difficult for him and the people around him. And I don't think this is reversed, so it's destitution, material trouble, which, I don't know if he went through that. Like, this isn't reversed, but I feel like things maybe got a little more unstable and unpredictable. And maybe it has to do with his feelings for Guts, where he starts kind of going off balance because he is bonding with someone. So, like, yeah, he's extra vigilant and guarded against accidents, which, in his case, it's more like attempted assassination. So, yeah, there is that, like, a lot of caution in that. Let's see, he's an unhappy card of financial, material, or physical stress, damage, or loss. He definitely went through some stress, definitely suffered loss. If you've been paying attention in Berserk, you would know that he has suffered grievous loss, and that loss, of course, is being Guts. So yeah, that's definitely a hell of a climb. And yeah, just when he got on top, and then this other climbee is the Empress reversed. Jesus, yeah. So, the reversed, so where the hell is it? Where's the reversed? Don't maybe look at this. Let's see what this, here we go. Creator, but there's a reversal, so I'm trying to find where. Reverse, like neglect instead of attention, and smothering the child. Griffith is very possessive, and because he was so desperate to keep his grip on Guts, he ended up losing him. And yeah, I don't know if he neglects the Hawks. I don't think that's really true. Like, I guess a lot of the Hawks did feel like he was pulling away a bit. And not just Guts, but neglect, maybe? Like, I don't know if he's all that neglectful, but still, I think having trouble letting go. Yep, he definitely had that problem. And then he was uprooted. Yeah, there was a sense that, he was definitely uprooted because I guess he lost against Guts and Guts left, and that really causes him to kind of go upside down, and he neglects, pretty much everything, which is what leads to his problems. Yeah, and that's putting it very mildly. Yikes. And then, oh, good lord, and then the other climb, oh, Jesus, God, no. It's not even reversed. This is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords basically means betrayal. That you've been betrayed. There's a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, and Griffith definitely felt very betrayed by Guts. And it's definitely upset, but he feels like his heart was just broken. Says removal, absence, delay, rupture. And this isn't, but even if it's reversed, I don't know, reversed though, I was under the impression that it was forgiveness and wanting to heal from your wounds. Like, at least that's what the Mystic Monday Tarot says. But with this one, it's worry, criticism, sadness, pain, and disappointment. In Griffith's case, it's definitely pain. Like, when Guts left, he was just completely destroyed. And this is like one of the worst cards you can get. There's a lot of heartache. And the fact that he suffered so much heartache is why he made the mistakes that he did. And oh boy. And then, let's see, as he's climbing further up, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. He was supposed to be prosperous. Like, he was supposed to marry Charlotte and be the king. Instead, he's locked in a tower where he is tortured. Poor guy. Says reverse is deception, voided project. There you go. That's the one. Voided project. Because 9 is supposed to be an ending, a completion. When it's reversed, it means that it ended in a really bad way, and yes, his path to be king was in fact voided when he was captured by Charlotte. Yeah. Charlotte captured him. Yeah, right. Sure, she did. Sure. But he was captured by guards because some servants saw him with Charlotte and she reported it, and that's how Griffith got caught. And so because of that, his path to being king was voided. And, it says delusions, dreams, and things not being all what they appear to be. And he has reaped what he has sown for sure, because he is trapped in that tower for an entire year. And that basically ended his dream right there. And speaking of towers, I could have sworn I saw one. Oh, there it is. Hi, tower. How are you doing? Yeah, I missed this one. Well, it's one of the most outstanding cards out there, and the one that's one of the most dreaded unless it's a relationship card where you may be having sex. Yeah, this is where he ends up for an entire year, where it's catastrophic. And, look at that. People being tortured, people falling. Like I said, it's only really a good card, like, if there are some other good cards, and boy, this ain't one of them. Damn. Oh, wow. But it's chastisement of pride, and the intellect overwhelmed in the attempt to penetrate the mystery of God. Well, oof. It's the end of something. But there is no possibility here for the consideration of this involved question. So, like, if you were to ask, will Griffith have a happy ending? You get this card? The answer is hell no. And for a whole year, he definitely didn't have a happy ending. And the time after that, he didn't have a happy ending. False beliefs, sudden changes, nasty surprises, unexpected events or natural disasters. In his case, it's a nasty surprise. He got caught. He didn't even try to fight or do much of anything. Unexpected events, like him getting caught. And it says, this card may be a warning of pride coming before a fall. Yeah. And that could very well still apply. Yeah, it could very well apply. It says, an assumption or belief is about to be proven incorrect. Oof. Yeah. But the whole point is that he spent a whole year in a tower and it was nothing but catastrophic. Yeah. But definitely not usually a good card. Oof. So yeah, he was in one for a year. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that. And let's see, after like this downfall and oh, boo-hoo-hoo, like he is in fact rescued, like we know that. And this leads to the Five of Cups. And it's reversed. And for a second there, I thought it was death. I think death looks a lot different though. But this is the Five of Cups reversed. It's no use crying over spilled milk. So when he's rescued, like he's utterly wrecked and damaged. And Guts is crying and holding him. And Griffith, he closes his eyes and leans against Guts' chest. And sad trombone. Emotional loss, but this one's reversed, so it's a return, yeah, because he is rescued. Alliances, like he is in fact back with the Hawks, but he's not really the same. False projects, well, I don't know what kind of false project this could be, but in this one, it's pretty much kind of saying the same thing. Like, it's a card of loss. And that reversed, it's kind of the same thing. It seems like it's basically that what's done is done, and that Griffith just has to live with it. And just have to. It's of loss, regret. Yeah. And I can't see the reversal being any different. So, yeah, but he has a lot of that, I'm sure. Oopsie. So, and then, this one is dreadful. the 9 of swords. With this one, as you can see, there are all these swords over someone and they're crying, and this would most likely be after Griffith is rescued, and he sees Guts with Casca, and it's just, he's not happy. But this is one of the worst cards you can get, like, anywhere. Stress, worry, extreme mental pain, and anguish, and sleeplessness, and all these internal conflicts. There's cards of solitude, is lonely, and he's feeling alone, and when he's all bandaged up, and he's just, like, just anguish, like all this anguish, and just feeling lonely, and he's always felt lonely, and then with Guts, he wasn't that lonely, but then when Guts leaves, he's lonely again, and he's feeling the loneliness, blah, blah, lonely, and there's egocentricity, aimless dreaming, I guess he was still doing that, and he was just a real wreck, just in every way someone could be a wreck, and he even tries to, like, kind of go after Casca. I think he tries to, I guess, get with her, because he thought that maybe that's what she wanted, but no, I guess, like, he just wanted Guts, and, oh well, yeah, but he was just such a mess. Before that, he was just completely broken, unfortunately. And then next up on his climb is the 9 of Wands reversed. And it's reversed, and it's basically someone who, I thought this one was, like, pretty dreadful. It was a card to be dreaded, but this one's reversed. It says obstacles, adversity, and calamity. And there sure was calamity. Yeah, strength and opposition, boldly. Yeah, maybe this one's not as bad a card as I think it is. But in reverse, though, obviously, yeah, obstacles, calamity. Like, it might not be much different from upright. But yeah, like, they're preparing, and they were preparing, only to find that maybe it's kind of for nothing, because after that it is just calamity, and I think we all know just what that calamity was. It's eclipse, and it was adversity, putting it very mildly. And so after that, like, ends up on top due to his sacrifice, and becomes part of the God Hand. So, in doing what he did, he's now on top, and he is on top of the world. He now has, the world is one of the best cards you can get. Yes, thank you, Shop Titans, my loot awaits me. But the world means that it's all done, like everything is done, and everything comes together. And it's basically the end of the major arcana. And like I said, it's one of the best cards you could have. And yeah, like, because he did what he did, he has the world, basically, or he's going to. It says here, oh, this is interesting. One of the worst explanations concerning it is that the figure symbolizes the magus when he has reached the highest degree of initiation. Another account says it represents the absolute, which is ridiculous. No, is it? Well, you see, on the Berserk world, Griffith is the absolute. Figure has been said to stand for truth, which is, however, more properly allocated to the 17th card. Lastly, it's been called the Crown of the Magi. But it's a good card, though. Like, it's easily, like, finds his right back where he started. World, it's Yanni, the greatness. And then about completion and competency that it's come to, and like the world as you know it, is like done, and this new world is in place. So yeah, Griffith got what he wanted. Yay, good for him. So yeah, like, sure, he swam through a river of shit and shitting on other people. Well, I mean, it's well, I mean, it's not like, honestly, okay, let me confess something here. Like, when it comes to the eclipse, I know what happened, but I've never seen it in its entirety. I don't even know how many of the Hawks died. Like, I have no idea. I only know that they have. Like, I know that it's definitely a source of distress for Casca. Gee, I wonder why, and definitely a problem for Guts. But anyway, like, birth, rebirth, and Griffith was reborn into the new world as a Neo Griffith, basically. I don't think they call him that in Berserk itself. Like, it's just the fandom calls him Neo Griffith. But yeah, Griffith was in fact reborn thanks to a lot more calamity. And yeah, I haven't actually read the Conviction arc. There's like a lot of it that I don't know about, but I do know that Griffith was reborn because of it. Guts' actions, because of other people's actions, and Griffith now, like, well, there's the world. The world is his now. And as it stands now, there's not a whole lot that you can do. So yeah, yay, good for him. But we're not yet done, because the immediate future will most likely be the Ten of Cups, which sounds great, right? Doesn't get any better, right? Wrong, because it's reversed. Unless these people are dancing on the ceiling, I don't know if the reversed is a good one. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Yeah. Reversed. Yeah, so what do you think's gonna happen when Guts sees Griffith, huh? Very bad things, of course. Repose of the false heart, indignation, and violence. So, that's probably going to be in the immediate future. Violence! Because Guts is not going to react kindly in seeing Griffith. I seriously doubt it. So, yeah, like, Griffith thinks that he's going to be happy, but it ain't going to last. There will be violence. There will be blood for sure. The only question is, what is Griffith's probable end? Let's find out. With this last card, it is the Six of Swords. That's, well, shit, he might actually end up with a good ending. Because without exception, good cards to get in any reading. So despite all the violence and the towers and the swords, like, he may actually get a good ending after all. He may just escape, leaving everyone in Falconia to just, well, be victims to Guts. Oh, can you imagine? If Griffith escapes, leaving everyone else holding the bag? Oof! Yeah, they might very well do so, because someone's on a ferry, and they're taking people with them, with the swords, and, yeah, you might just escape. Can you imagine? That would suck. And it's not reversed. The course is smooth, and seeing that the freight is light, it may be noted that the work is not beyond his strength. Journey by water, route, expedient. Yeah, like, someone will probably take him, and it may be Locust, someone, and he escapes. Oof! That may be his probable end. He escapes Guts. They don't see him, and Falconia pays the price, and Griffith just goes back to wherever, or goes wherever, and that's his ending. A good place or a better place. Can you imagine if Griffith gets away? And there doesn't get to be a sequel of Berserk, because there's too much of it as it is. It's gone on for too long. This may very well be his ending. He gets away. Karma Houdini, boys and girls. Oh man, what a slap in the face that would be. But that's what it looks like. And he might not come out on top, but he might not be impaled on any of these swords. Maybe that's the bittersweetness, that yeah, sure, they won, but the price is high, and Griffith gets away. He gets away, and someone like Sonya will hold the bag, probably. But yeah, there you go. Oof, yeah. that's it. Like, that's the best that I can do. Hope it's enough. Damn, but what a miserable climb for sure. Yeah, it says, I almost went to the world at the end, and if that's the case, like, if that's then he would win. So he either wins, like, with a great deal of violence, or he gets away. Like, he gets away, leaving everyone else holding the bag, basically holding Guts' sword with their bodies. But yeah, he may just well get away. And they just have to make do. Everyone will just have to make do. So that's what it looks like. Griffith's probable end. He gets away! Ha ha! Karma Houdini. Man, the fandom would burst into flames. Ha! At any rate, I think that'll do. So, see you guys later. I will be doing more of this, of course, because it's fun, and so, goodbye.